I mean, Fnatic have a decent amount of engage with the Volibear and the Brahms. Not the best, you know, it's like
It's
not
run
something-
at you.
Yeah, it
it's
just
hard,
runs at
man.
you. It has a little bit of counterplay. They have the Galio ult to cover engages from Rogue, so they have globals to match, but Rogue, mid-jungle, 2 global ultimates, and 2 side lanes to play for, so they've got a lot of playmaking.
Rogue has a lot of playmaking potential. Let's see what happens. Our first match of the week of 2021, Fnatic versus Rogue.
Because Odoamne has set up what I believe was a freeze underneath the tower.
That's not
Summer,
good.
yeah, he's going to get stunned up as Trimby walked away from the lane for a moment, and Summer was left all alone. The heal comes out. Upset still has his flash if he wants to go forward, but very respectful that Inspired is on his way. Hylissang didn't get the memo, and first blood goes to Trimby.
That I have so much respect for Hansama for not flashing there, because he made a mistake.
Yeah.
He was too far up in the lane when Trimby was going to clear a ward. He was getting punished by Hylissang and Upset. Niski does have his ultimate available. The mid wave is being pushed in. The bot lane's going to answer their wave, and now they're going to move up towards the river. Will they actually go for the fight, or will they concede this?
Well, it's already down to about 1,500 HP. Selfmade is on his way. Hylissang stepping forward as well. 1,000 HP on the Dragon. Inspired has the smite, lands it. Hylissang going forward all by his lonesome. Niski coming in with the hero's entrance, and Inspired will fall. Now Trimby and Hansama have to be the targets. Trimby looking to jump back onto Hansama, but Hansama has been caught up with the taunt, and Niski and Upset flash straight in to the jaws of death as they kill Hansama. Now Larsen's getting chased off towards the top side. No red buff on Selfmade means that Larsen should be able to escape, and Trimby got away down in the bottom lane.
So, as we talked about, Fnatic had the tools to answer, and while they were a little late to secure the Drake, they will...
He hopes, and what I'm sure Rogue hope, is that he is just a little bit better at coordinating with his team.
Now let's quickly look at the items. You can actually see that the shield bow was picked up for Selfmade. Usually we see the Gale Force, but he's going more for that frontline tanky setup as Inspired does land the stun.
Glacial Fish is going to come down. There's a double taunt. Hansama and Trimby locked up. The chunk goes up, but Hansama with the killing instinct able to jump up towards the top side of the fight. And Hylissang's the first to fall. Hero's entrance coming in. Hylissang gets a kill onto Trimby. Odoamne forced off, split off from the rest of Rogue, but Bwipo now stepping forward, landed on, stunned up, and Bwipo goes down. A 2-for-1 trade so far in favor of Rogue, and they will force Fnatic away.
So one of the scary things for a fight at this point in the game for Fnatic is that Rogue is still very strong. Pantheon, Renekton are a terrifying combo, especially when they have that easy stun lineup with the Twisted Fate. It means that it's very easy to just get those quick kills and turn a fight in your favor, and we can see that here for Fnatic, they had the Rise set on jumping onto Hansama. He looks unprotected here. He looks like he's out of position, and follow Niski as the knockup comes to...
Toad goes in the top lane.
I'll always assume that the pro players
Yeah,
plan
but I
this
also
stuff,
watched
you know?
One to get a blast cone perfectly timed yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not sure how planned that was.
Very true, very, very true. Either way, Trimby definitely off to a better setup, or better game rather than what we saw from him yesterday. As you rightly said, he was picked out a couple of times, still a rookie player to the LEC stage, formerly of AGO Rogue, and now we see, the response from Rogue.
Grand start, Scarfall's going to come in, and you can see already Hylissang's dead. Niski teleported in, he's going to land the 3-man taunt. Actually only hits 2 as Odoamne is able to get away. Upset trying to step forward, but Odoamne with the dominance going to keep himself alive, and the stun card goes down. It's a double for Rogue. Fnatic were the ones to look to try and find the fight, but they weren't able to get it, and Rogue strike back.
The emote comes out from Inspired, the question mark. Oh, they're all coming through
Larsen
from
to the
Larsen
damn
now. Oh, composition that Rogue have, it's so easy to respond to anything that Fnatic's trying to do early on in the game, and this is going to be the same when it comes to fights later. Fnatic needs to be first on the objective. That's a good charm.
Trimby lands the charm. Selfmade tries to get himself away across the wall. Hansama flashing forward, but here's Hylissang and Upset. You can see Niski in the middle of 4 members of Rogue, and that he has fallen now, but Hansama next on the menu. Selfmade will take the kill. Upset looking for a little bit more damage onto Inspired, but even with the Infernum, it doesn't quite have it. Gold card locks in from Larsen as Hylissang retreats. The spear unable to find its mark, and it looks like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade in the jungle.
Quite the medic is that Drake spawning in 45 seconds. I think that Rogue do not want to go for the Rift Herald, as we already talked about last game. I'm not really a fan of second Rift Herald.
It's like, it's a bonus, right?
But I think the amount of time that you even invest into getting it gives a lot of tempo to the other team, where they can then make something else happen on the map that can often be much more advantageous. So I think that right now the focus should be on the Drake, and you can see that a lot of major items are being completed. Larsen even finished his second item, which is pretty big. He's kind of been quietly because Rogue, their lives are easier if Fnatic walks into them, and same for Fnatic.
Hylissang going in with Glacial Fisher. Pupa's going to try and step forward, lands the stun, but here comes Trimby, double charm, double knockup. The hero's entrance going to try and join the fray as Trimby dashes back out. Two Hans Summer, Inspired and Larson split off towards the bottom side. Stormbringer in from Bwipo, and Fnatic are trying to dive in. They get one, they're looking for more as they try and dive back onto Trimby, onto Odo, onto Hans Summer. Larson has a gold card from across the side, but Odo's too tanky at the moment for Fnatic to rip through him. However, they've already got that first kill. Odo flashes back in, Ruthless Predator stun onto Niski. Not quite enough. Odo has to go away once again. Trimby diving back into Fnatic, but immediately he's popped. Answered with a kill onto Niski, and you can see Rogue not willing to give this one up without a fight, but Larson's mana is low, and so is Hans Summer, and the Roost comes out onto Larson. Hans Summer trying to open up onto Bwipo. Will take the kill. Looking for more as Hylissang forced back underneath the tower.
Whew, what looked like a good fight for Fnatic initially ends in disaster. They have no HP bars left. Inspired has respawned, and he's going to make his way straight towards the Dragon. Rogue end up coming out on top, and they're looking to secure themselves another big Drake. So let's have a look at how this fight all kicks off. Bwipo, I think, makes a really smart decision, along with Hylissang, to just commit onto Inspired, split the fight up. And while it looks good, as Trimby dives onto the backline, Selfmade's like, I'm here for protection. Just look at Bwipo in the 1 versus 2. He knows that he can buy time, and in the moment the rest of the team has disengaged from that little skirmish in the mid lane, that they then go to assist Bwipo in getting that kill. And at this point, you're like, okay, go 1 versus 2. He knows that he can buy time, and in the moment the rest of the team has disengaged from that little skirmish in the mid lane, that they then go to assist Bwipo in getting that kill. And at this point, you're like, okay, go for the Drake, but no. Fnatic decide that they want to try and contest for more kills, and this is just allowing Rogue to just keep landing stun cards. And Trimby, I think the engage was quite promising at first, but they end up trading 1-for-1 support for mid lane, and you can see that like more chip damage just keeps coming through, and so much credit needs to go to Larson here. He's using the range of with the rapid fire.
Aegis Assault's going to be used by Inspired to block some of this damage. Hans Summer coming in with the Killer Instinct from the side. Hylissang able to get away. The Taunt's going to land here as well. And Inspired only just able to dodge to the side of the collateral damage. Teleport coming in behind by Odo1D2. Upset still trying to go forward. Stormbringer used by Bwipo. Inspired. Oh, he's going to starboard, but he's going to fall in the pit instead. Fnatic will not turn their eyes towards the Baron. Instead, they're looking to mid.
Okay, so Rogue were the ones that were punished this time around. Hylissang doing what he loves to do and soaking up damage, and he was able to soak up a lot this time around. Did not end up losing his life. We get the CP in from Larson in the bot river. Oh, Upset. He's found Upset.
Don't be greedy. Upset's being greedy. Rapid fire cannon, immediate cleanse away, but there's the charm, there's the quickness, and there goes Hylissang. Upset able to survive as the rest of Fnatic dive in. Odo1D2's going to land the taunt here, only onto one, but maybe Odo1D2 has overstepped. He's down now, and Larson stepping down towards the bottom side of this fight is looking for the flank. It's looking for these gold cards. Lands another onto Niski. Not too much damage, but it's the chip away that Larson could do so well in these fights. And now, with the battle dance, with the jump in from Trimby, that's another in the books for Rogue. And Upset next on the menu. Severum can't save you now. The Aphelios is down, and Selfmade all alone, left to the devices of Rogue. Goodbye, Selfmade, and goodbye any hope Fnatic had in this game.
And again, it looked like a promising fight for Fnatic. They were the ones that punished Rogue. They got that kill onto Inspired, and you're thinking, okay, maybe they can pressure the Baron, maybe they can pressure something else, but they were not expecting this hero play from Larson. Let's go back to the original replay. Hylissang here trying to clear out a ward. Rogue is saying, nope, you're not allowed to do this. We have the push in top, we have push in mid. This should be a numbers advantage for us, but Braum does such a great job of soaking up damage. Then the Galio comes through, Selfmade is able to return it, and then with the TP response, they're able to turn this fight in favor of Fnatic. But as we transition into the second half of the fight, a lot of it you need to keep track of Twisted Fate. Yes, he uses his ultimate early.
Watch how long Selfmade is allowed to attack for in these fights, because in that last one, he was Ruthless Predator stunned, into gold card, into having to retreat because his team is dead. And so with him being the key carry for Fnatic here, and with Fnatic having to step forward into Rogue, Hylissang already almost dead. A great taunt though lands on the forward with the Stormbringer coming in behind. This is Upset's chance to open up the big guns. Severum, Gravitum, not the guns you want in this sort of fight. You really want Crescendum to get the damage down, and now it's 2-for-2 trade so far. Selfmade trying to do the damage with Odo1D2 just rips them to shreds. Absolutely mauled by the Gore Drinker, and the Meek have been culled.
I cannot believe how impactful Larson is being with this Twisted Fate. So many amazing stuns were landed to allow the rest of his team to turn the fight in his favor. Beautiful stuff from the Rogue squad. They're gonna get themselves the Mountain Soul, and again, that fight looked promising for Fnatic, but unfortunately for them, it was not enough.
Really feels like perhaps if Upset had had different guns for this fight, the landscape could have been so different.
So you can see that already at the beginning of this fight, Bwipo is very low. Hylissang looks like he's getting chunked out.
Fate like this, because it's not just about, oh, I burst the AD carry. It's about who's threatening my backline. Who do I need to stun in this moment? How can I position to make sure I'm safe? When can I get a rapid fire cannon proc off? And Larson is showing us once again that he has come into 2021 wanting to make a statement.
And props to Nisqy, because I feel like that he did land a huge taunt there, but like that's his job done at that point, you know, like he's gotten into the backline, he's set it for his team, he's buying time. I can't remember if he actually had an opportunity to use his ult, but either way, the fight kind of looked promising for Fnatic. And while they are looking to siege, you would imagine that they're likely going to wait for the next Baron before they can look to end this game, but this game looks done and dusted.
A couple of Fnatic question mark pings on the deep ward near the bot lane, maybe looking to see if they can get a flank position here off onto Rogue. Larson is in the mid lane, but there's the charm onto Bwipo straight away, and the hero's entrance is not enough to save him. Now Nisqy stunned up underneath the turret. No minions here mean that Rogue will be a little bit apprehensive, won't want to step too far forward, and with the Crescendo coming out and with the turrets going down, Upset can put out a lot of damage. You can see Oda1D2 down to half HP already. Larson once again locks in a gold card and straight away dives onto Upset. Trippy has the flank. Trippy has no charm, but he has the jump and he tries to dive in with flash. Larson now with the gold card once again has been forced away from the tower. Oda1D2 trying to step forward. Upset has the perfect weapons to fight this fight, but just he doesn't have the front line. They're getting ripped to shreds by Rogue.
They certainly are, Medic. Rogue, they've been able to find that initial pick onto Bwipo. He's still dead. Their siege is going to continue, and Fnatic will be forced to concede. This will be the first inhibitor going down, and Rogue will walk away the victors.
I think here's the TP. They're flanking. Nisqy going in, stunned immediately, and they just dive straight onto him, and now it's a 4v3. Make that a 5v2, sorry. Selfmade now stunned up, doesn't really have anywhere to go, has already used the flash. Hunt Summer decides Selfmade isn't even worth his time and dives onto Upset. Hunt Summer with a double. I believe he got a triple in the end, and now Bwipo all on his lonesome, a very sad bear in an unbearable situation. He would wanted the polar opposite, but this bear is done. Take pause for thought as Bwipo is about to fall. The charm comes out, and he is done for.
Raw. I'm a bear. Beautiful stuff from Rogue. The fact that they were able to turn that fight around, and they did exactly what you're supposed to do in a situation like that. Engage on the team that's looking to engage, and you ignore the TP flank, and they played it beautifully. Rogue looking to end the game right here, right now.
There's a reason Rogue are in many people's top tier, fighting for the top spot and making a statement as they clean up Fnatic on the Mountain. Rogue 2-0 on the week.
A much stronger performance from Trimby on day 2. Some of the nerves definitely getting out of his system. Great Rakan play overall. Love the early action that we saw from Inspired, but Larson was really the star for me this game. His positioning on the Twisted